Alright. Come on. Alright. As usual, we'll just wait a few minutes, let people hop into chat here. Alright. Storage device. Huh. Well, unlike a lot of other Sonic games, I feel like the audio balancing is fine as it is. But it's nice that they actually have options for you to rebalance the sound effects and the music. It's interesting that they don't have the voices be something that you can also toggle. Did I make sure to send out the message? I actually remembered to advertise this one a bit earlier than like half an hour before I started streaming, which I am proud of. Alright. Come on. For those of you listening in after, after the stream is done being live and just watching the replay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat Hallowstream, or beat Sonic Unleashed during Hallowstream. If I don't, then I'll just come back to it. Ultimately, I still have the Xbox, I still have the game. And it is very much a game I enjoy going back to, so I have no qualms with coming back to this game. Ooh. Let me put that over there. Alright. Yes, welcome back to Hallowstream 2022 for Sonic World Adventure, otherwise known as Sonic Unleashed. Today is going to be another bonus stream. The reason why I have these labeled as bonus streams is because when I do my Wednesday stream, it's just something that I decide to do rather than, the previously scheduled on Saturdays. I could stream other days of the week as well and have those be bonus streams, but for right now, Saturdays and Wednesdays are probably the most likely days that I will stream. But, that being said, It looks like we are ready to go. Alright. So, we can head back to Spagonia, or we can head to Hallowstream. I think Hallowstream's night missions are the one that we do first. Oh, and Wentos is here. That is strangely good luck. Mumble mumble, bumble bumble, whisper whisper. Whew, we made it to town in one piece. That last time was scary. Wentos, you are nuts. Why you gotta be so afraid, eh? Why run? Sorry, next time I try harder. Well, hello again. Sorry. Well, hello again. Oh, you can tell that I did not warm up before this stream. Another stranger. What do I do now? Take a good look. We met this guy before. He talked to us, eh? But I can't. I'm not good at. I'm so sorry. Where are you going? Wait for me, eh? I'm realizing more and more as I do that. I'm just slowly slipping into the, like, awful Italian voice that, Sly had in Sly 3, Band of Thieves. No, that was Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Sly 3 was Honor Among Thieves. It was Sly 3 where he brought out his terrible Italian accent. Strange sounds have been coming from deep behind the village lately, but that husband of mine has been too scared to go and take a look. Okay. Well, sucks. If only somebody was here to go take a look at it. My name is Marquetta. Ask me anything you want about our village. What's it like? Who lives here? Nah, I'm good. Good. What's it like? It snows here year-round, and it's so cold even our houses are made of ice. We use skis and bobsleds to get around. You'll find all kinds of creatures in the sea here, even whales sometimes. Did you find that helpful at all? Sure. This is the only star in these here parts. Don't know why he gave her that voice. So I'm pretty much just going to use the shops to buy the records as well as the tradable items. Not tradable, but like items that you can give to Professor Pickle. I'm Yari Pekka, chief of the village. Pleased to meet you. Lately, my mind's been sharp as a needle come nightfall. Exercised him. Wait a second. Mind if I feel that fur of yours? Well, I'll be. That's a mighty fine fur coat you've got there. Perfect for Hallowstream. I don't know what voice I'm giving them. I think it's like vaguely like Ukrainian, if I were to hazard a guess. Right, this ain't a hub or a stage. I can't do that. I always forget where this other sun medal is. I just went around that corner. Also, last stream I was a bit discombobulated because I was just so happy to actually start playing this game on stream. I completely lost my train of thought. And if you look back on it, I think I had like 3 different topics that I was trying to talk about through the entire stream. And I think I maybe got through one of them. But now that I'm sort of, more settled into the game, I should have a bit cooler of a head. Oh, there it is. I should have a bit cooler of a head. That being said, I probably will still be super scatterbrained just because that's who I am. Just as a person. But it should be a bit more intelligible this time. And this is actually a change that I wasn't expecting when I first played the 360 version via the Series X. The day-to-night transitions in the PS3 version just kind of have this gradient, as well as a sun medal that turns around and you see a moon medal, and then when it loads in the stage it flips up and then lands on whatever side you transition to, whether it be daytime or nighttime. In the Xbox 360 version, they have a little... I don't even know if it's pre-rendered or in-engine into his hedgehog form or his werehog form. Anyway, stomping shoes. Hefty shoes made of steel. The spikes on the soles make them even more devastating. Hey, you can stomp now! Press the B button, or circle button on PlayStation 3, when you're in midair to zoom down to the floor. You can flatten things like enemies or whatever else you can land on. Alright. Also, I find it so funny that you can get more nighttime, or night medals in the day stages. You get moon medals when you're in the daytime, like in these little hub areas. Okay, so it's Cool Edge Day that we have, so I'm assuming Rooftop Run Night is the one that we play next. I just remember it typically goes daytime stage then nighttime. There we go. Ah, I always screwed that bit up. But that's fine. I ain't exactly going for a perfect run of the stage. I'm just trying to beat it. But when you were in those little hub areas with all the human NPCs, I'm so used to the Wii version where you can boost in the bobsled, but in the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, you cannot. Oh, hey look, there are those, there's that whale that, the little girl was talking about. But I digress. I know I was talking... I already made the point about the Wii and PlayStation 2 version, you being able to boost in the bobsleds. There was another point that I think I was about to make. Like I said, don't expect me to be any less scatterbrained than before. I'm just aware that I was a bit more sort of distracted the other day. Oh! So, daytime stages. Alright, fine. You can typically get more nighttime medals in the daytime stage. What was that? Ooh, they changed that for Sonic Generations. Whew. Raising death. Get more nighttime medals in the daytime stages and vice versa. You tend to collect daytime medals in the daytime in the sort of level Gaia temples, excuse me. But then when you're actually in the little hub areas, you get the opposite medals. Oops, I missed a VHS tape there. But I got the night medal, or yeah, the nighttime medal. Moon medal. Ooh! I didn't expect that dude to actually hit me. Something, I guess I've been playing too much Sonic Forces, where the enemies don't hit you. Alright. Yeah, I was about to say, that should be an A rank, but not quite an S rank. Alright, and our next ability is Missile Punch, finally! If you might have noticed during that first, stream, it doesn't look like there's anywhere left we can go. Let's go back and talk to the professor, Sonic. You might have noticed during that first stream, whenever I was in, Werehog combat, I tended to just kind of punch and swipe at the air a lot. And that's because...
Found you, Sonic!
I'll let this cutscene play out.
Sonic, I've been looking for you forever.
Hey, let me go.
You're crazy if you think you can get away from Amy Rose and... Who are you? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry! I just completely mistook you for someone else. That is so strange. I could have sworn it was him. Anyway, I'm really sorry. See you later.
Well, that was weird. How come that girl didn't know you were you, Sonic? I mean, I guess you are kinda, you know...
And these guys? Oh, nice, Chip.
Oh,
Always know what to
I mean,
say.
Don't worry. Hey, you only look really scary, Sonic. But you're the same as ever. I guarantee it, okay? Sonic, cheer up. Chocolate. Want some chocolate?
As people have pointed out before, it's so funny that Amy mistakes Shadow the Hedgehog and Silver the Hedgehog. Aw, cheer up, Sonic. Don't let it get to you. Come on, let's go tell the professor that a piece of the world is back. But as I was going to say, also, that move that I did, where Werehog Sonic curled up into a ball and jumped immediately after grabbing the platform, you just press the grab button, which is circle, and then press the jump button, which is cross, because I just said the PlayStation one. For Xbox controls, that would be B and A, respectively. Whew, I just threw myself off with that. Oh, Amy confuses Shadow and Silver the Hedgehog for Sonic. But then Sonic looks slightly different, and she doesn't recognize that it's him. Which I think is hilarious, but I understand why some people would just go, that doesn't seem accurate to her character. She thinks everybody is Sonic. With part of the planet restored, I've been able to locate 2 temples. According to the Gaia manuscripts, there is a temple here in Spagonia. Who would have imagined one was hiding so close? The second location is Hallowstream, my boy. Oh-ho! So you've already been... So you've already been to Hallowstream, have you? Oh, I see. Couldn't get inside the temple, Well, no matter. You can start by looking into this begonia site. Well then, do you have any further questions? I need some hints here. It's about souvenirs. Nah, I'm good. Yes. And how can I help you with souvenirs? Why, thank you. Let me give you a little hint in return for your trouble. Care for a pointer on how to ace those daylight stages, my boy? Reach the goal ASAP, even if that means ignoring foes on the way. I should think racing by at breakneck speed should be right up your alley. Why, thank you. Let me give you a little hint. There are times when you need to push boulders and blocks, I imagine. Holding the dash button will get the job done faster. Old news, was it? Surely you've met... Kichio? From the Spigonian General Store, Well, hearing his woes, it seems he, Ada the jeweler, and Chef Gigi all share a very interesting connection. I won't spoil the surprise for you. Ah, I'd almost forgotten. I have a small gift for you, my boy. Here, take this. It's a sun medal. Not that you should feel obligated, but I'm very much looking forward to your next souvenir. After knocking an enemy up into the air, you can proceed to pummel it with an aerial combo, my boy. No interruptions from the other monsters that way. I certainly wouldn't want to be the recipient of that sort of punishment. As you talk to the people around town, sometimes they will ask for your help in getting something or other. Depending on the item, you may be able to purchase it in a shop or find someone who has it. You may also find it in an entrance stage. Entrance stage, that's what it's called. So be observant. I'm sure you'll have the planet back in one piece in no time at this rate. Oh, and don't forget to bring us a souvenir or three while you're out. No, please let me out of the lab. Alright, I've already gotten the sun medals? Yes. But like here. I get sun medals in here, I get more sun medals when doing nighttime stages, but in the entrance stage, I collect moon medals. Which I find to be funny. Anyway, so this is the thing that I kept trying to do. And then here we have a little side area, and we'll see what it has, just for those who are curious. Yep, come on. Well, that ain't gonna work. There we go. I was trying to be fancy with it, but, you know, it is what it is. And here we have Tornado Defense Act 1. I almost said Rooftop Run Act 1. It's just there in case you want to replay the first tornado stage. Alright, Rooftop Run Act 1. And I don't think I ever specified the 1 and 2 that you see in those little portals going into the stages tell you what level you need to be in order to access that stage. So, had I not collected enough sun or moon medals to get to, or in this case, had I not collected enough moon medals to get myself to level 2, which you can always check by going to status. As you can see, it tells you how many you need until the next level, as well as what level you are currently on. then I would have had to replay pretty much any other stage to go and get more sun or moon medals. It's so nice to have that move again. Yeah, the dash attacks are moves that I use a lot in this game. As well as the charge attacks. Ooh, that was a nice camera. But as the game progresses, you will need more and more sun and moon medals. Most people prefer how they did it in the Wii and PS2 versions, where you just get more sun and moon medals by doing better in each stage, so the higher rank that you get, the more sun and moon medals you earn. You don't have to actually explore those stages to get those. I'm fine with either way, mainly because aside from my first playthroughs of the games when I was a kid, I have never really had any issues with sun and moon medal gates, as it were. But that's just me. I understand people who just want to blitz through the game, who don't want to go around exploring and doing everything they possibly can as, you know, both Sonic and... well, Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Werehog. Getting upset that the game then says, no, go back and replay these stages. As well as, you know, the Wii version. I think the Wii version had most of its, like, actual, like, big progression things, like the incentive to make you do better in each stage, obviously being getting more sun and moon medals, but I think, like, the big thing that you got was access to optional areas in the entrance gates. But I do think that it was still progression gated in that in that manner where you still had to get a certain amount of sun and moon medals. I could be wrong. You know, it's been a bit since I've fully run through Sonic Unleashed like I am doing for this. Mainly I just go back to play individual stages. Typically, I tend to go back and fight the bosses because an unpopular opinion I have noticed is that I actually really enjoy the boss fights in a lot of Sonic games. I understand why a lot of people don't, but personally it's always something that I've had fun doing. Especially in games like this, where the more you upgrade, come on. Get out of here, you. The more you upgrade, the better you are at taking these foes out. There we go. I think after the next mandatory combat encounter, I should have enough EXP for the charged claw move, which is another very useful crowd control move that I tend to use a lot. It sucks because, you know, they keep all the really good combat moves for a lot later in the game. It makes sense in terms of, you know, progression. And I will say, people tend to complain that Sonic Unleashed kind of devolves into a button mashy mess. I disagree, but that's mainly because I focus entirely on combat. It's gonna take something really, really big to break that fence down there. I tend to focus all of my attributes on combat. So, you know, I tend to get all of my combos as soon as possible. So that way I have whatever, you know, chain of moves I could possibly need for any given scenario. And one thing that I will say that I don't see many people talking about is the Dark Gaia monsters in this game will also use the same moves that you can. So, like, before I stopped that dude, he was trying to do the same missile punch that I was doing. And there is a big old dude that I'm about to get to in this next area. I always grab the attack power-up right as I'm going to, explore. Alright. But this dude in the room that I can't show you yet uses the next move that we're about to unlock, which is the claw swipe charge move that I was just talking about earlier. Is there anything up here? No. Okay. And just to show it off, these dudes have the same sort of glory kill animation that the other I forgot what they were called again. I'm just gonna call them egg pawns. But the Were Tornado. Much like how you saw the Missile Punch was a charged up variation of the normal punch, that is a charged up variation of the Claw Swipe. And this was the dude that I was talking about that does the that move that I just got. Come on. Give me a bit better angle here. There we go. What is going on? Alright. But I at least want to show the glory kill animations for all of the enemies who have them at least once. If there is anybody that I miss, please feel free to let me know in like one of the next streams or in the comments of the stream archives, which I don't think I've mentioned in any of these streams yet. In the description, I always leave a link to the stream archives playlist, so if you've, you know, if you've managed to miss one of these streams, never want to rewatch them, I will have them all in there. In fact, I always make sure to put the stream in the playlist as I'm live, so that way I don't forget, you know, after the live stream ends. Just so there's no ifs, ands, or buts. The video is in the stream archives playlist, and you always know where to find it. Alright. Oh yes, I have my jumping abilities too, which is also something that I use when I want to rush in on an enemy. Essentially, I don't think people give this game's combat enough credit, but part of that is also because you have to play the game in a specific way in order to get in order to get the most out of it. Sonic Unleashed on the Wii and PlayStation 2 goes about upgrading the Werehog in a very different way, where it is very linear. You can't choose what you upgrade, you just get, I guess, Dark Gaia energy as you're playing through the stages, and then after certain levels you unlock new abilities and whatnot. The difference with the Wii and PS2 version is that, well, they were using motion controls for the Werehog's combat, so it is very limited in that regard. And I will say that that version does tend to suffer from... Okay. I feel like we can talk about this now. These are probably one of my least favorite egg pawn enemies to deal with in this game, if not my least favorite. Ooh. Come on. Primarily just because if you don't run in and take them out, they will just take you on from the end of, or from the opposite side of the room. And it is very annoying. I'm sure that using the guard would help mitigate that. But, to that I say, maybe make a better guard system and I will use it. Like the Wii and PS2 version, they don't have the weird, like, the guard is a power-up and you have to grab more guard ovals. And if you run out, oops, well, I guess that's it. I'm pretty sure there's, like, a grace system where you get, like, 1 or 2 back every so often. But for the most part, I found the guard to be wholly unreliable in this version, and I just ended up not ever really using it. It's, like I said in the first stream, if I'm ever upgrading the guard in this game, it's because I have run out of pretty much anything else to upgrade. I always end up upgrading guard last because, well, I don't really use it, but I want to get the achievement and I want to, you know, get full marks for completion, even though I'm not doing all the hot dog missions and, you know, all the DLC S ranks and whatnot. You know, I'm good. I play this game to have fun, not to get upset. Ooh, okay, so those guys can do it too. I'm sure I remembered that, it just didn't immediately spring to mind before they did it. Oh well, no harm done. Well, oops, come on. We'll just get a full heal from... Come on. We'll just get a full heal from this cafe in here. I mean, close enough. Alright. There it is. Alright. We got some new Sonic Frontiers stuff today, I believe. The first part of the prequel comic came out yesterday or the day before, which was nice. And then this morning, I believe, we got some music. We got some cyberspace music, and then I think like a bit of Kronos Island ambience. All that sounded very, very good. Shoutouts to the game's composer. I believe it's Naoto Otani? I could be completely screwing that up, and if I am, I apologize. But, you know, it's just those little things that make me more and more hyped for the game as time goes on. We are just under... Alright. We are just under a month away from the game releasing. I'm getting the PC version day one. I don't have enough money to immediately double dip and get the Xbox Series X version, which would probably be much easier for me to record and stream. But until I manage to get the Xbox version or upgrade my computer to handle both running the game at a decent resolution and frame rate, as well as streaming the game, I will hold off on, you know, showing that off. I will be giving my impressions and thoughts. Believe me, I probably won't be able to shut up about the game. Ooh, that is a lingering hitbox. I probably won't be able to shut up about the game when it comes out. After that comes out, expect that. I might be more regularly getting into streaming. I'm kind of liking this once a week. I might upgrade to twice a week after Hallowstream ends, more officially. But until then, I don't want to say for sure, oh yes, I'm streaming this day and this day, from this time to this time. Just because, you know, I do want to have a bit of that personal time. I don't want to spend time at work and then, you know, immediately come home, get ready to stream and do that. Of course, you know, I work more often than I stream. This is primarily for fun because I want to share my thoughts and feelings and opinions with y'all. And, ooh, nice. And, you know, just be more active on the channel in general. I do have some other bigger projects that I'm working on. Nothing voice acting related yet, unfortunately. But, you know, certainly writing things that I very much enjoy doing. Media critique and analysis. And who knows, I might even just make those into videos. Ooh, that was a frame rate and a half. Let's head up here. Grab the sun metal. One thing that I wish they would have addressed, although I know it was mainly Xbox's backwards compatibility team doing like the FPS boosts and whatnot, if I am recalling correctly. I could be mistaken and it could have been Sega themselves patching this version of the game. But if I recall correctly, it was just Xbox's backwards compatibility team. But one thing I would have wished, or one thing I wish they would have addressed, if it was Sega themselves doing the FPS boost upgrade for Series X, was the lack of drop shadow in the Werehog stages, because let me tell you, later on, that's going to get very scary and difficult, but not in like a good fun way. In like a why did you design it in this way kind of deal. And that's just not fun for anybody. Well, it might be... Whoa! The clock moved! Hey, I wonder if you can walk on those hands. Ooh, Chip's voice is deteriorating. I really should have warmed up before I did this. But I digress. Hey, it's the you know, the lack of drop shadow. It adds challenge in the way where it's just like, okay, this isn't fun. This is just kind of difficult. Alright. Oh, nice. I got all the Sun and Moon medals. Whew. Just hold the circle button the entire time. You'll be just fine. Ah. These dudes just want to guard the whole time. And that's just no fun. Alright. And now we get the Gaia key. Or Gaia Temple key. So you have to get a day and a night Gaia Temple key. For each area. Unfortunately, they do not transfer between areas, so just because I have a day key and a night key... Sonic! I was waiting! Here, I've got something from the professor. I think he came up with something after reading more of the manuscripts. Well, this is it. Not sure what he expects you to use it for, but hey. Uncanny camera. Alright. I'm pretty sure this cutscene is also in the Wii version, but because they removed the possession mechanic, aside from like a few PNGs that you can manipulate, I don't think that it actually amounts to anything in the Wii and PlayStation 2 versions. But I could be wrong. Once again, it's been a while since I've fully played through the Wii version. I mainly just go back to play individual levels. Which led me into the point of, I'm kind of in the minority for, like, going back and playing a Sonic game specifically for the boss fights. I watch reviews of Sonic games and, like, people talking about Sonic games all the time. And almost all of them are just like, yeah, the bosses or whatever. You're not playing this game for the boss fights. And then it's just like, I mean, it's not what I primarily play it for, but I enjoy the game. I enjoy the fights. I will say, one of the bosses will fight much later in the game. I don't remember. I think it was like Dark Gaia Guardian or something. We fight him in Shamar, and he's a big dude with a hammer. And the Wii boss fight is much better than the PS3 and Xbox 360 fights. Or PS3 and Xbox 360 fight. You only fight him once.
Another one up for Sonic.
You know Sonic?
One
Of course. He was here just a moment ago.
Tell me.
One thing I will say is I believe the QuickTime events are in both versions, if I remember correctly. The thing is... Whoa, did you see that? That was amazing. This camera is incredible. Now you can help fix all the folks going a little bonkers at night. Just remember to go to see the professor once you run out of flash uses. You can use the camera's flash now. The flash only works at night. If you see someone suspicious, just hit the Y button to bathe them in purifying light. For example, I suppose this doesn't have anything to do with you, but I took a trip to Chunnan and found it enchanting. Magnificent scenery, a rich history, and simply scrumptious food. I highly recommend it if you get the chance. So that dude had flowers flying about, but he's pretty normal. Sheesh, Maruo's had me running in circles again all day. That little punk is always pulling pranks. While I was eating lunch, he stopped all the clocks in my shop. No wonder I thought my lunch break would never end. And it's Wentos again! Mumble, mumble, bumble, bumble, whisper, whisper. Whew. I can't believe we ran all this way. Wentos, you gotta get over this, eh? We're never gonna sell a thing. But how? You again? We sure do run into each other a lot, eh? I call it the fate. Now talk to my friend Wentos here, eh? Hey there! Are you talking to a doll? I'm gonna eat you! At this point, I've just kind of given up on my werehog impression. Hello, my name is Wentos. This here's Chow. He's my friend. Ah, Wentos, you have finally got out your name. Bravo! Chow, I did it. That's a good for today. Grazie, my blue friend. See you around, eh? Wentos and all the other shopkeeps. What could you be? Oh, pardon me. I've had something on my mind recently. My young son has taken off for walks late in the evening. I'm very concerned about him. Would you go find him for me? Sure, leave it to me. Sorry, not in the mood. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So this is one of the side quests of the game. Sometimes they have you beat up a certain amount of enemies. Sometimes they have you do platforming challenges like this one. This one, we just climb to the top of the clock tower to find his son, Elio. But going back to the camera. You, like it says, you really only use it at night. Well, guess I'm not getting, that XP. Alright. You really only use it at night. And you look for those purple sweat drop looking things that we've seen before. Like whenever we go back to Apatos, the ice cream vendor. The dude who was so kind as to be doing business around the area where we came up with Chip's name. That dude, when you got to the end of talking with him, he started showing those purple sweat beads. I guess you would call them. I don't know what else you would call them. Dark Gaia energy. Dark Gaia energy started emitting from him. And while there are sun and moon medals in these sort of side quest stages, you don't get ranked you just kind of clear them. You can replay these anytime from the stage select. Did Elio have anything to say for himself? Oh, I see. Nothing, huh? And there's other stuff that you can do. But none of these shopkeeps can actually get possessed. Boy, am I busy. I have to get eggs. Meat. Sorry, can't talk. Gotta go now. Bye. So, Yosef over here will always be happy to serve you. But, say, Gigi over here can be possessed at any time. Or Barbara is. As you can see, she's got the Dark Gaia spirits floating around. So you just flash her in the face, and then you expel Dark Gaia from people's hearts. Where you are tasked to fight off a certain number of enemies in a certain amount of time. Now, 50 might seem daunting, but really, a lot of them are just these bigger enemies peppered with a whole bunch of little enemies. So even at level 1 strength, I've really found the only exorcisms that get, like, super difficult and, like, okay, I might need to upgrade my strength in order to get it done within the time frame, are when we get to areas like Shamar near the end of the game, where the game is very much expecting you to have upgraded your strength from at least 1. But, like I said, that's not how I play this game. And people might get very frustrated with me if I start dying in Werehog stages a lot, and then it's just like, upgrade your life. Upgrade your health. Do something. And then it's just like, ooh, combat's fun. But ultimately I find with remembering to use the Unleashed meter whenever you get it, these are never really too much of an issue. I tend to find that I time out in a stage rather than just straight up dying. Alright, come here. Whatever. I'll get the glory kill. I don't believe glory kills are in the PS3 version. Correct me if I'm wrong. And here we have our first Dark Gaia magician. I'm sure they're not actually called that, it's just... you have a game where Dan Green does the voices, you're gonna call something the Dark Magician. Or at the very least, you have these dark wizard-looking dudes. Dan Green does the voice for Professor Pickle and I believe a few other people in this game. The connection is just super easy to make. Alright. So we can... Like I said... Alright, now I feel comfortable enough going for the glory kill. I forgot, they only have one button prompt. Come on. You jerk. Alright, there we go. Alright. And there we go. I have had times where I've gotten a time over, because the last enemy were doing their death animation, was doing, oh, I love that one, was doing their death animation, but I just so happened to hit them right before. I didn't want to talk to Frederica. Right before they finished their death animation, so they reset their death animation, and it just took up just enough time that I ended up losing the stage. Or losing the exorcism and had to do the entire thing again. I needed to talk to Professor Pickle. But as you saw there, just hitting select stage would allow me to replay a stage like Elio's Knights that we cleared. And pretty much any side quest that you want. I think you still have to go find the hot dog vendor. So, for instance, this dude. If you want to redo any of those challenges. That being said... Oh, looks like you've already found use for the camera, Surprised, were you? All thanks to my research on the Gaia manuscripts. Light shall put darkness to rout, it says. Quite so. It's only natural. I hope you'll put it to work saving people from Dark Gaia, my boy. Very well, then. Shall we talk about the planet? Very important. Sonic, my boy. I've managed to pinpoint another Gaia temple location. The manuscript suggests a temple lies somewhere in Chunnan. You know it, yes? You should see it on the world map. Now make haste, Sonic. Get a Chaos Emerald to that temple, my boy. Well then, do you have any further questions? Well, I'm already here. If I had a nickel for every breakable door in Spagonia by night. Well, perhaps a dime. Point being, you may have missed a few on your way. Collecting what's behind those doors is an even quicker path to wealth. I'd almost forgotten. I have a small gift for you, my boy. Here. Take this. It's a moon medal. Not that you should feel obligated, but I'm very much looking forward to your next souvenir. Sonic! I expect great things from you, my boy. Yes. I charge the Flash to capacity, my boy. Happy hunting! So I'm not going to do all of the side quests and all of the exorcisms. I could leave that to, you know, an extra stream, if y'all would like at some point in the future. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'd rather focus on the main game first, and then do things like all the side quests and whatnot. I feel like this game is long enough as is. Whew. And I'd rather not drag this out to like a 20 stream sort of playthrough. At least in terms of getting the main stages done. You can't come through here! Out of the question! Too dangerous! Access to the entrance stage is strictly forbidden without Lynn's permission. Alright, well, we'll talk to Lynn. Dang. This guy ain't Lynn. This is, Shuifan. The leader has gone MIA. I wonder if he was attacked by a panda. What's that? You're going out to look for him? That'll be a big help. The entrance is just beyond those stairs. You should hurry. Welcome to Chunnan. I only regret that I'm not able to give you two a proper welcome. Why? What's wrong? Oh well. Well, you see, our village's most precious treasure is missing. The village elder went in search of it and has not returned. We should go search for him, but monsters lurk outside the village. That's too bad. I'll find your elder. You would do that? Oh, fortune has indeed smiled upon us. Oh, heavens, look at me, getting all misty-eyed. Please, you must head to the entrance stage at once. Okay, just leave it to me. What's the treasure? Ah, yes, our treasure. It's a good luck charm, passed down for ages. We credit it with having kept our humble village safe from disaster. On the day our planet split apart, though, it rolled away and got lost. Well, no matter. Please, you must hurry to find the elder. Right, out of the way, Wang the impending. Can't come through here, you can't pass through. What? Lynn has asked you to help search for the elder? My apologies. The entrance stage is through here, you can't miss it. Do you want to go now? Not just yet. Okay, I'll find the elder. By all means, and best of luck to you. Please find the elder. We're counting on you. Alright. Really quick, I just want to show the animation for Sonic going from Werehog. No, Sonic going from Hedgehog to Werehog. Because it looks pretty cool. And I know in the files there is sort of rougher, less finished versions of what the animations look like transitioning from day to night and night to day. I'm wondering if those are found in the PS3 version as well, considering, like I said before, the PS3 version just uses a kind of bad-looking gradient that goes from light to day with a sun and moon medal swinging around in the background. And I've always been baffled, like, as soon as I figured out that, you know, the Xbox 360 version had that animation, why they changed it. Like, is it because they couldn't get the PS3 and Xbox 360 version to have the same, like, what do you call it? Sort of same loading times, and so it looked awkward just having him do nothing after the animation? Like, that's the only thing that I could guess, but even then, just, like, change up the animation a little bit, or, like, add a little idle animation or something. Just give us something. It looks like we can't get in here yet. Let's try something else, Sonic. Alright, I'm going to stop doing Chip's voice for this stream. I will go back to doing it for, say, the next stream. Okay, so this... We can play Dragon Road Act 1 right now. Well, Dragon Road Act 1 Night, I should say. I'm going somewhere and I completely lost it, and I'm so sorry. Anyway, so here's one of my favorite Werehog combos. I don't have the claw version yet. Ah! Oh, well, there we go. Got him. I got 2. I'll take it. It's better than none of them. I've been trying to think of, like, real good movies that I've watched recently, but I've only really been watching, like, aside from YouTube, and, like, media analysis on there and, like, reviews of games and whatnot, and I guess animation analysis for shows like Dragon Ball, but I haven't really watched any horror movies as of late. Even though I'm, as of the time of streaming, it is October. In fact, I'm doing, you know, the Hallowstream series. I just haven't really been watching things as of late. I have been practicing, you know, things like this and one other game that I want to play. I'll probably save that last game for actual Halloween Day, because I don't know if I mentioned before, I will be streaming on Halloween Day, so if y'all haven't gotten invited to any Halloween parties, or, you know, plans that you had and then eventually got canceled, you know, you can come join me. I probably won't be streaming, like, super late at night, because I believe Halloween this year, yeah, happens on a Monday, so I will have I will have work at, like, 4 in the morning. So it'll probably be, you know, around the same time I normally do. I'll just run for a bit longer. And who knows, I might just play multiple games, depending on how it goes, but we'll just have to see once we get there. Once we get there. Once we get there. I know I have this stream right now, this Saturday's stream, and then, if I so choose, the same time next week for the 26th and 29th, both Wednesday and Saturday, and then on the 31st, we'll wrap up Hallowstream with one last stream. But I will primarily keep streaming consistent, mainly just because I've been really enjoying this, even though, you know, nobody has really been showing up for these streams. Ultimately, I'm still putting that content out there, and I'm still having fun with what I'm doing. I love doing I already forgot what it was called. The where-wheel combo. Because it just gives you that nice little sort of hit impact, as well as it leaves them stunned afterwards. And with the very meaty hit sound effects in this game, any chance to punch things more is one that I will take. Ah, yes, the Dark Gaia bees. Alright. There. I did the glory kill. I know if I didn't do that then, I would forget to do it in the future, and screw these bees, dude. They aren't even that they aren't necessarily even that difficult to take on. It's just you go and attack them, and then they zoom right past you. And then when you're in the corner, their hitbox hits you like 3 different times. Alright. We should just have these little dudes to contend with. Nope. Okay. There we go. Okay. We're done? We're done. Okay, cool. But regardless of if nobody joins, if 100 people join, if 1,000 people join, I do this because I have fun with it. And, you know, if I get appreciated now, great. If I get appreciated later, awesome. If I don't get appreciated, well, that's okay. I did what I could, and I put something out there that I enjoy. And ultimately, that's what I'm looking for. I want to entertain people, but I also realize that, you know, I want to do stuff that I enjoy as well. And I enjoy media analysis. I enjoy playing through games and just being able to shoot the breeze. Ah, you're clever, aren't you? By that I mean... and by that I mean I just kind of stood there while you attacked me, huh? Ooh. But like with the other one, ooh, it almost didn't register my button press there. This glory kill animation is the same as the other weaker variation that we saw, but I figured for posterity's sake. At some point, I would like to do reviews of the games that I... come on. I would like... You're joking, right? What would happen if you threw that guy into the river? Nothing, I guess, because, I threw him in and nothing happened. What was supposed to happen... I know, I'm on the box. What was supposed to happen is... Dude was supposed to use... Alright. I believe I do have to get all that EXP again. But what was supposed to happen, which I guess I'll show you this time if it works out correctly. Was you throw him into the water and then he kills all of the plant enemies that are like half submerged in the water. But as you saw, they didn't quite work out as the game expected it to. I don't know why their animations keep looping in that kind of janky way. It is kind of hilarious though, so I personally do not mind it. Alright. There we go. It could have always been like that, and I'm just really bad at paying attention. That is entirely a possibility. Ah, come on. Well, that's not the move that I wanted to do. Oh, it's because I don't have the other one unlocked. Haha. That would make a lot more sense. Alright. Get the hell out of here. There we go. Alright, and as you saw, anytime you die in a stage, you're... Oh, you don't have to collect the record again. That's nice. Anytime you die in a stage, even if you don't make it to the next checkpoint, your items and, or I should say your collectibles. Yeah, there we go. That was so much easier than the first go around. Your collectibles, including any of the sort of concept art books, the records, the VHS tapes, all of those get saved, as well as any sun and moon medals that you have collected. The only things that don't save are obviously the consumable collectibles, such as the 10 rings, the 1-ups, the... I swear to gods. Alright. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen. Now I can throw you into the water. And yes, I'm going to go the dangerous path again. I don't know why this cutscene happens, but I enjoy it. Look at that. If only I had a drop shadow. Anyway, I'm fine with not getting the XP for that area. However, if I can line this up again. Nah, okay. Fine, I guess we'll fight these dudes somewhat fairly. I do believe you get bonus unleash gauge if you do the glory kills, as I've been calling them. Also, if you don't want to go through their long dying animations, you can just knock them down with the move like the Werehog breakdance. Ooh. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I've been dying so much in this one part. I timed that perfectly. Give me the aiming reticle. Alright. I'll give these ones one more attempt, and then I will admit defeat and go the normal way. Alright. I don't want to deal with y'all. But as you can see, we have another one of those wasp hornet dudes, but this time in red. I can guarantee you they have the same glory kill animation as the other one. What? Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, you just get bonus points. Also, as I can attest to for playing this game for multiple years, even if the glory kill animation takes you to like the deepest reaches of space, or the dank depths of the ocean, by the time the glory kill animation is finished, you're gonna be put back on solid land just fine. The game will never kill you that I have noticed. Who knows? The game might have glitched out for, you know, little Jessica playing this game at some point. And one of the glory kill animations did get her killed, but I have never had that issue. Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't play the little cutscene when you go this route. Right. You know what? Just to be sure. Hey. I'm actually mad that that happened, though. Just kind of cancel the animation. He goes to hit you again. Cancels the animation immediately. And then I die. Which, you know, once again, I will admit, if I had not focused entirely on combat, I probably would have had enough health to survive. Ah, come on. No! Dang it. Ugh. Yeah. If I so chose, I could just jump in the water right here, right now. And the game would just... Oh, I forgot. These dudes exist. Alright, cool. I will say I'm glad they kept the dark magicians, as it were, to only one button press for QTE, because I know they like to spam like 3 or 4 of those dudes later in the game per combat encounter. That was very lucky. Ah, nice. What is down here? Why are you telling me to go this way? Oh, that's the platform I would have landed on had I not tried to get that sun and moon medal. Both of which I failed at. So that feels nice. Ah. My brain immediately went, oh, that dang lizard. Sure got you, lizard. Honestly, even though the area is clear and I can go, I might as well get the XP because I skipped over that optional combat arena entirely. So I'm not exactly going to be hurting for XP, but I'm not going to have nearly as much as if I got the... We'll just pretend that didn't happen. This is my first time getting to this checkpoint area. Wow, that one platforming section, am I right? God, so annoying with the water. But I have a feeling... Yeah. They knew people would struggle with the timing of that dude. They don't notice me yet. So if I can... Yes! That is one thing I will say is very satisfying. Getting the drop on enemies and just taking them out. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you do more damage to an enemy that hasn't noticed you than you do to an enemy that has. Ah. Come on, break you guys. Oh. There. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. Alright. Now, this time, I will pay attention to the game. There. The dark blue ones, I believe, instead of increasing the, or I guess, regaining the health of its allies, it instead increases its strength? Forgive me if that is incorrect. Much like Bloodstained, I do not have an encyclopedic knowledge of Sonic the Hedgehog. Although I do, Sonic the Hedgehog is one of my special interests, neurodivergent that I am. And I have made various, 40-question quizzes based off of, special interests that I have for my friends. If I were to find people online that would be willing to hop in a call with me sometime and test out their knowledge on things like Dragon Ball, Sonic the Hedgehog. I believe I have one for Sly Cooper. I have a 10-question general quiz that is a lot harder, and that's the only one that I made entirely, delightfully devilish Seymour. The 10-question general quiz is one that I made, entirely true or false questions. The way that I, typically do my quizzes is every question that ends in 4 So, for example, for 14, 24, and 34, because, like I said, I typically make these 40-question quizzes, the questions that end in 4 have true or false questions, which is kind of like multiple choice for people who want their choices to be yes and or no. No! You crazy bastard! Alright, come on. Ooh, I ran right into that. I just didn't do anything to avoid that fate. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. Is there an alternate path that you can take to get over there? Or is there just, like, a climbable that I never know? I've never noticed these boxes over here. Oh, I get it. Break. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't instantly kill him. Well, that's unfortunate. Ooh! But knocking them... Oh, get off of me. Oh, dude killed his own healer. That's kind of hilarious. You know, I pressed the buttons and then only realized after the fact, this probably isn't the greatest idea. When given the chance, I pretty much will always do the glory kill for those dudes. Because one, it gives, you know, a very good score bonus, which for somebody who has died multiple times in this one stage, I kind of need. And it just keeps me from having to, oh, do I dare risk it? I'm gonna risk it. Alright. But it just means because I typically reside at level 1 health, I don't have to wail on them for nearly as long. Okay, we did it. I'm projecting maybe a C. Yeah. Had I not died so often. Ah, the Earth Shaker was the move that I kept trying to do. Ah, yes, and then it immediately goes into the boss fight. I forgot about that. Normally you have to get the Gaia Temple keys for both day and night in order to fight the boss and then enter the Gaia Temple. But I guess just to introduce the concept of fighting Dark Gaia beasts, this one being the Dark Gaia Phoenix, the game decided to throw you a bone for this one. Get out of here. Ah, come on. Oh, you're gonna do this to me, game? Okay, cool. Much better. Alright. So what you do is you just wail on the dude until you get the health bar down to that little orange notch in the life bar. And you do that 3 times, and the boss fight is over. The QTEs will get progressively longer as the boss fight goes on. Oh, you're joking. Over time, as you can see, these water jugs will reset. Oh, that was perfectly timed. Come on. There we go. But as you can see, over time it requires more water. But if you get there quick enough, you can pretty much douse the Dark Gaia Phoenix immediately. Except for the last phase, because... come on. There we go. Except for the last phase, because you will need 3, and obviously the boss is standing on a platform, and you can't exactly have this exchange anywhere else, if I recall correctly. So you will have to do a bit of waiting on this last phase, no matter what. I don't know why the Dark Gaia Phoenix didn't get all of its health back. Like, it has all but, like, a little sliver. But I didn't touch the Dark Gaia Phoenix. If you aim your shots particularly well, you can get the Phoenix. Ah, come on. I swear I'm better at dodging that phase than that. Come on. Than that little display right there would have you believe. But now that all of them are gone... Oh. Does it really only take 2 for the final one? I could have sworn it... Ah, and here's that Earth Shaker combo. I could have just been using that this entire time. My controller has not stopped vibrating. There we go. That is one of the first of many QTEs that 6A press, or cross press if you're playing on PlayStation. Nice. That is the first of many QTEs that will remain the same no matter how many times you fight the boss.
You all right?
I will demonstrate that in the final boss whenever we get to it, whether it's during Hallowstream or whether it's sometime else. Wing. I am excited to see how the story of Sonic Frontiers unfolds, because while this game you technically have the Chaos Emeralds, you are restoring them as well as the world. So I am interested to see how, if they draw, like, parallels to this one. I know Ian Flynn is adapting the story into English. I believe he worked with Morio Kishimoto, the game's director. I love that little bit of character work between Sonic and Chip.
The moment the temple lit up, the beast woke up. It appears he's come back to his senses.
And, like, you see Sonic grab at him, and it's just like, you know, you believe that they're, like, friends who haven't quite, like, figured out how to go about their business without accidentally, like, bumping into each other. They're, like, sort of figuring out how best to interact with each other, I should say. But, you know, you sort of see that sort of develop over the course of the game, and I think that's really cool. But, like I said, Morio Kishimoto, the game's director, is, did work with Ian Flynn, to sort of help adapt the story for English-speaking audiences, as well as Morio writing the Japanese script himself to help better connect with the Japanese audience. And I'm just very interested to see where the story goes in general. I have faith in Ian Flynn. I generally... also... I believe this is where the start of that little Orbot-looking dude saying "ergo" starts. Yeah, ergo. But I enjoyed Ian Flynn's run heading the IDW Sonic comics. I've always had a tenuous relationship with the Archie Sonic comics. Thank you, Ken Penders. But, you know, just because I'm not the biggest fan of Ken Penders means that I have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, as it were. And I enjoy a lot of things that the Archie Sonic comics did. Especially post Super Genesis Wave, where they, like, tried to connect it to be closer to the games. I very much enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing characters like real-life person Danica Patrick and Segata Sanshiro show up. But, like, those weren't even, like, the wildest things. Like, the IDW Sonic comics, I feel like are a lot more reined in when it comes to sort of, like, storylines. Like, don't take that as me, like, bashing the IDW Sonic comics. Like I said, I prefer them over the Archie ones. They're probably my favorite iteration of comic Sonic. Then again, I haven't read through the manga that Sonic has starred in, as well as I have not read the, I want to say it was French Sonic the comic. I did read a bit of Fleetway, but, like, it's not my thing. All the more power to people who prefer the, you know, Archie stuff, the Fleetway stuff. If you are a French Sonic the comic enjoyer, you know, sound off in the chat. I would love to hear I would love to hear why y'all prefer that overall. I just enjoy hearing what people enjoy out of these series. And I forgot I have to go back to Spagonia to get the wall jump. I needed to grab the sun medals. That's on me. Not gonna talk to people until it's necessary. No, there's no immediate go to lab option, which I believe there's a go to the lab option later in the game. So I don't know why they don't just give you it from the very beginning. I guess it's to incentivize you to explore the hubs. Did we somehow manage to get Wentos again? Because that would be hilarious. No, okay. Hey, blah, blah. Words. Blah, blah, blah. I don't say blah, blah, blah. Wonderful. Another piece has returned. Good work, Sonic, my boy. Keep going at this rate and the planet will be as good as new as no time. In no time. I'd love to see the look on that Eggman's face right about now. Speaking of that menace, it appears he's become quite active as of late. I've heard reports of strange robot sighting here in Chunan. It gives me the chills just to think of it. See what you can find out. I'm sure you'll have the plan. We've already heard that, and I keep pressing the no, when I mean to say the yes. I think I will do another day stage, see if we unlock a boss, because I don't think we can access the boss for Rooftop Run yet. Which, funnily enough, would also be the, essentially very similar to the boss that we fought before. It's not exactly the same. That comes later in, I want to say, Adabat? Yeah. But Sonic's boss fight, or Sonic the Hedgehog's boss fights are very similar in this game. The Werehog was really where they took more liberties to sort of experiment. I will get this book. I don't want to come back as the Werehog just to grab the book. I don't know why I'm avoiding grabbing any of the rings. It's not like I have the Lightspeed Dash, so it's not like I'm losing that opportunity. But what I'll do is I'll play through Rooftop Run Day, see if that unlocks the boss for Rooftop Run. There we go. Wall jump shoes. Shoes with coils in the soles that put a spring in your step. Literally. Hey, you can wall jump now! Hit the A button, or cross button on PlayStation, as you touch the wall to do a backwards wall jump. There was something I was going to say. Oh, right. Should probably do it as intended. Rooftop Run Day, we'll see if we can fight the boss. Hey Sonic, I wonder how you're supposed to get up here. Like this, Chip. We just went over this. You know what? No. I don't want to do that. I believe... Oh. This is... Yeah, for an extra stage. Okay. So let's go back. You know what, Chip? I think that was a good idea. In retrospect. Oh, but, yeah, I haven't really been watching any horror movies, this October. I have mainly been rewatching through the entirety of Inuyasha. It's a very good show, I will say. Okay. I very much enjoy it. I don't know if some people would necessarily say it is, you know, the best written show ever. But I am very much enjoying it. I'm on season 6, so pretty much I have... Come on. I just recently rewatched my favorite movie of the 4, which is movie 3, Swords of an Honorable Ruler. And then I'm just moving on to season 6, then movie 4, which the name of the movie is blank, or I'm blanking on the name of the movie right now. But then after that is the final chapters, and nothing else. There is nothing else. I don't like Yashahime. And that is why I'm just not gonna watch it. So close. So close. You know, I subject myself to a lot of things that I don't necessarily enjoy, just because I'm just like, okay, well, you know, for the sake of completion, or, you know, even just, oh, I want to make a video on this at some point. I want to do a bit of media analysis, critique it. But there are just some things that I don't want to do. And Yashahime is very much one of those things. At some point in the future, like if I do a Inuyasha series review, would I cover Yashahime? Sure, if people wanted it, but just this, like, on my own time, rewatching a series that I grew up with and enjoy, I'm not gonna make myself watch something that I don't like. So I've been watching that. I recently finished watching, or rewatching, the Castlevania Netflix series. That is one that I would very much recommend, if you are of the appropriate age to watch that. You gotta be kidding me. Now I gotta wait for the friggin' balloons. Or I could just die, even though you can clearly see that you're supposed to go down there. Alright, whatever. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Alright. But I have also been rewatching another series for a very special project that I'm working on that I will most likely make into a video or a series of videos in the future. So I don't necessarily want to spoil it right now. There we go. Yeah! Yeah! But ultimately it's one of those things. I find the thing that I'm sort of analyzing and interacting with is kind of underrated. That being said, that does not stop me from making objective. I was in the middle of... You're friggin' joking. Alright, come on. That will not stop me from, if I ever do review the series, which TV shows, it's always a toss-up, because, like, I don't want to get copyright struck, and companies are not the greatest when it comes to, respecting... Well, hell, I already started. Respecting the fair use. Looks like we still can't get into this Begonian temple, huh? Oh well, let's go. Oh well, let's go check out that Chunan place instead. Come on, Sonic, we can go faster. You know what? We'll do the Chunan Dragon Road Day as well. Just for fun. I thought that was one toast. Lynn! Oh, Eric. Oh, Brenda. I do not care. So yeah, that side character that we saw, her name is Brenda, the one with the purse and the sunglasses. She writes the, I want to say it's the Daily Blab? Or something? Air boost choose. Hey, you can air boost now! You can hit the X button, or square button if you're PlayStation, in the air to do a boost, Sonic! That'll get you places a normal jump can't. She has the Brenda's Blab or the Brenda's Blurb or something. Essentially, she just asks you a bunch of questions, about various things, whether they be story related, lore related. Pick Me Up, a nutritional supplement found in Chunan, which eliminates all fatigue. Is that medicine? What does it smell like? Whoa! What is this? Suddenly I'm pumped! Woohoo! Hey Sonic, I wonder how you're supposed to get across here. Well, if you would let me try, Chip. All right.
Here we go! Go!
A day. Ah. Oh yeah, another criticism. Well, it's a good thing we just started the stage, so that pretty much means nothing.
Here we go!
Another criticism I will give people who don't like this game, and even people who do like this game, you can like something and still have problems with it, is that the air boost and the homing attack are both mapped to the A and X buttons. Also known as the cross and square buttons on PlayStation. Which, let me tell you, gets really friggin' annoying when you're trying to homing attack and you air boost, or you're trying to air boost and you homing attack. For example, I guess I accidentally flicked the stick back because Sonic decided to lock onto something behind him. But overall, any critiques that I give this game, one is from wanting to see the things that I enjoy get better, and two, just that. It's something that I enjoy. I want it to be the best that it can be. And I specifically didn't boost there just to get the... Ooh, that was close! To get the moon medal. Whew. Also, this area is so much more stressful if you don't have the Lightspeed dash. It looks like I won't get the... I want to say it's the sun medal up there. Ooh! Alright.
Feeling good.
It might be another moon medal. I could be wrong. Who knows? Heck yeah. I always enjoy doing that one. It makes me happy. Alright. Now this area, I tend to screw up. So I am going to take it a bit slowly. Alright, but, like I said, having the homing attack and the air boost being on the same command is very annoying, especially when I don't want to overshoot a jump. And so I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna do a homing dash, which is what the homing attack without a... Whew! without a target is called. But then, you know, in this game, it doesn't give you the option. Okay, now this dude is very interesting. Especially when you just kind of run into the laser. But this dude is interesting because he is used a lot more in the Wii and PS2 versions of this game. Some might call it an over-reliance when they didn't know what to put in a stage. But honestly, I feel like it's underused in the PS2. Sonic, why are your legs bent like that? I feel like it's a bit underused in this version. Like in the Wii and PS2 versions, you very much have to defeat it as a boss. Meanwhile, this one, you just kind of get to a certain distance away, and then it just goes, oh no, I can't chase you anymore. Dang it. Alright. Now, this should be the boss. And then we have Professor Pickle's assistant jumping around for some reason, probably because he's happy that we're actually fixing the world. Who knows? I'm not gonna talk to him. You can't make me talk to him. Alright. The keys you've gathered should get you into this Begonia Temple, my boy. Godspeed, Sonic. The temple awaits you and the Chaos Emerald. Alright, cool. I was going to do a thing where I have at least one souvenir every single time I go back to Professor Pickle, but honestly, I would have to not get hit in stages, and for some reason my brain can't comprehend that relatively quite simple task. Egg Devil Ray. Hopefully this isn't like Egg Beetle and I just can't grab one of the Sun and Moon medals to for the life of me. So fun fact, this is another change between the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions and the Wii version, is that this guy isn't piloted by Eggman in this version, but instead some weird gem-looking robot dudes. And I always found that to be an interesting change. It doesn't actually change the mechanics of the boss fight at all, but it's just, you know, they use different voice clips. Whew, that was close. Alright. To be fair, I don't think those little, like, gem dudes, they show up in the game as, like, little things you can stomp on. And they can attach to you and slowly drain your rings one by one. Ah, nice. But I don't think they're ever, like, properly acknowledged. Nor do I think they have a name, but I could be wrong about that. Right. Like I said, we beat the boss. I think after this cutscene, that is where I'm going to call it for today's stream. Like I said before, if you would like to catch any of my previous live streams, they are linked in the description, the channel, or you can just go to my channel, maxc.va, and go to playlists, and the stream archive playlist should be right there. Alright, but that is another section of the world. That is, what, our third continent restored? Or third section of the planet? Oh no, let's see what the professor has to say.
Wonderful! Another piece has returned. Good work, Sonic, my boy. Sonic, you must bring a Chaos Emerald to the Hallowstream Temple. You should have little problem getting inside now, my boy.
Cool. Well, it looks like that'll be something for next time. Until then, this has been Fioko the Leader, otherwise known as maxcva. Peace.